and then you'll be qualified to do assessment and pass, get your certificate for diploma to upgrade that. Now, let me talk about the last episode of this program. Do we have any question before I talk about it?
No.
Hello?
No, we don't. There's no question, sir.
Okay, now, you might be a victim of this care worker visa, or you might be in the UK, and you need help how to get out of it. Or you are actually working in the UK, you have the right to work, you have challenges at workplace. Maybe not enough hour, you are not living well, or you are facing bully, or your agency is threatening you. We can also support you. We need to just put you to the right direction, that you will be able to have the right team to support you under the health and social care and under the workforce. When we talk about hours, where you live, pay, when we talk about environments where you work, when we talk about grievances, some challenges you have at work, or what you don't like. You know, sometimes you don't want to work on Sunday, you don't want to work on Mondays, or agency collected your money, and you came to UK, you are suffering. They are not able to tally up your hour, or you are facing pressure meeting the demand of agency. We can also support. So not just you doing your care worker visa, we are behind you for all this. Does it make sense? Anyone have question?
So I don't have a question for now. I don't know if Madam Fola has a question though.
No. Okay.
No, I don't. Thank you.
All right, that's great. If you guys have any problem, please don't forget, you know where to get me or contact the organization, yeah? So,
yes.
All right. I'm just going to end the show now. Does it help?
Thank you very much, sir.
All right. All right. I'll talk to you later then. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye.
Have a good night, sir. Yes, sir.
I know some of you have gotten this 5 proficiency, which is very good for you to make sure you update your CV with them. Mental health awareness, awarding working in health and social care level 3, care certificate, suicide prevention and eating disorder, safeguarding adults and children. So I'm going to share a link for you to get this training free, suicide prevention and eating disorder. So you can get as many certificates as you like on the website. So for those who hasn't got it, that's fine. So now, when we talk about NHS registration, if you go to NHSP in the UK, NHSP, I said it last time, but I'm just going to briefly talk about it. And for just 1 minute, I'll share the link as I'm talking about it. NHSP. If you go to NHSP website and click on join the bank, so you have to register. You have to register. So I'm sharing the link now. If everyone see the link, or if you didn't see the link, let me know. I'm going to share it now. That's the link, the first link I'm sharing for you to join NHSP in the UK. So it's always very important to read every blueprint. It's not just only for those in the UK. NHS is a global something. Majority of people have applied through Nigeria, through Ghana, through Cameroon, through other countries. Europe, it was just like because they were all in the same community before. So now we understand Brexit is no longer there. Majority of people in Europe are also doing the application. But where we are having issues is that when you register, you just want them to accept you. You submit your CV. That's not the way it works. So if you register, you have to click new application. Once you register, you have a login, because first, if you put in your email, it requests for a PIN. That PIN, automatically, that PIN goes to your email. You get the PIN from your email and log it in. They will now ask you your full details, your names. Make sure you use the names on your passport, the name on your whatever application you're going to make, your date of birth. Sometimes I not ask you, ask your details like your phone number and all that. Once it asks that, then it will release the page for you to be a member of the page. Being a member of a page doesn't mean you have completed an application form. Even if for the first time it's requested for many things, that's what the care worker visa is going to do. Care worker visa will ask you more details. The moment you register, you need to complete application form by clicking new application form. Does it make sense? So now, what I've said now, the link I've shared, that's the end of it. Do we have any question or any point you want to add to what I've just said?
Yes, I have a question.
Okay.
Now it's fine. I just opened the site now, the link now, and then they're like, before you start the application, you need your NIN, it's national insurance number, right to work information, bank detail, emergency contact detail, referee or authorizer detail, the registration body. I think this whole requirement is actually for people that are already there in the UK, because I don't think we that here actually have this whole requirement. So
you
how
are
do we go?
you are 100% right. This what I was explaining at those in the UK. So now on the same link I sent you, yeah?
Yeah.
On the same link I sent you, let me go there. So rather than you going for login, because you're going to see login on your right hand side, you saw the phone number. But at the bottom, there's what they call international. That is who you are. Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
Sorry about dog. You just.
I'm finding it difficult to see the international here.
So now, what you will need to do, make sure you read everything first. Remember, I used the language blueprints.
Okay.
Not the same way you were reading on the other side.
Okay.
So the same way you're going to do.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes, sir. I've seen it.
So you will have every knowledge of how to do it. Why is this important? Why is this important? Because I don't want you to be the next person looking for care worker visa and you don't know how to find the right care worker visa.
Okay.
Does it make sense?
Yes, sir.
I don't want you to be the person trying to think you don't have the qualification. You need to know if you have it or not. Once you finish with everything I've given you today, it's going to take you 1 week. It's going to take you 1 week to have all the basic information in regarding that. Any other person want to ask question? Or shall we move on to the next one? So now I'm going to share another link again. Yeah. The first link I share with you, yeah, is direct from NHS-P. But this one is also NHS, but this one comes direct from the international HRO team. Has everyone seen the link? Yeah?
Yes, we can see the link, sir.
So now, when we finish, I'm going to share this video. As you're watching the link, you just see your question. At the same time, if you have your community, they have questions, we are available to support you. Yeah?
Okay,
so now,
sir.
we finish with that one now. The next one is the care worker visa link and application. So this one, you need to make sure you, how will I say? think you also do the same thing, really. I'm gonna look for it first before I go there. Because I'm missing. So I just want to share the link first before I start talking. I'll share the link. Yeah, I've seen it. So I'm sharing the link again. So this link gives you care worker visa application route. Yeah. So now, this is where you have to do all your registration. They're going to ask you what care you're going to do. I can't go to the screen right now, but I just need to explain. So we have domiciliary. We have domiciliary is where you go into people's home. You stay there sometimes a week, sometimes 2 weeks. 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, or 1 week on, 1 week off. So you're going to have experience of personal care. You're going to have experience of wound care. You will need experience of news observation, really, obviously. You also need to have experience of calling for safeguarding support, emergency. When you do your e-learning, when we talk about loan work, you will need to have that experience of how to work on your own because you are in people's home. So there's another one where we talk about care worker, care home, nursing home. Nursing home and care home, they are just nearly the same. The fact that you will need to have personal care as well. You will need to have, when we talk about patient observation, you need to have same wound care. And also when we talk about patient assessment. So patient assessment, unlike your own band 2, which is care worker or support worker or healthcare assistant. You might not be details about it, but you just need to find out how to assess people from head to toes when we talk about something like a pressure sore. So you need to have that skills. You need to also have first aid awareness skills, manual handling, when we talk about moving and handling. So now, your care certificate that you study gives you this full package of knowledge on how to work there. Does it make sense? So also, you might also see the application. There are 2 kinds of application. If you are in the UK or you are international, I think the international one is at the bottom. So I don't want to mention the website. It's for you secretly because you are here. So this is just like the NHS website. The difference is that you're actually dealing with an organization that is multi-agency. They are multi-agency. So they will select your application. They will ask you your CV. They will ask you your qualification. They will ask you your country where you reside right now. They will also ask you references. So these are basic things you're going to do on your own. Once you finish all the registration, you're not going to get stuck. It's so straightforward. We can also support you from there. That's very important. Has anyone opened the website since you've been here? If you have any question regarding, if you have question regarding.
So Alex, please, if you please send me the recording, because I missed that part, probably because of network or something. I missed just what you just said.
Oh, the recording.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
definitely, I'll send you the recording.
All right.
Do we have any questions?
No, I don't have. I didn't hear what you said, so I don't have any questions.
Okay.
Yes,
I
sir.
don't want it to be too long for you to listen to the
Okay.
video.
Okay, sir. So,
Okay.
excuse me, sir. I want to quickly find out something.
Yeah,
I have opened the website to Agent Care,
yeah,
and there's a place where it asks the kind of care job you want.
yeah.
So, for instance, there's been a problem with domiciliary care workers. I think, like we
What
were rightly
problem?
discussing. Yes, what I wanted to ask is, like we were rightly discussing the other day, people do not really know these differences between the domiciliary and the support care worker. So maybe you can just help us shed a bit of a light on that,
So,
so that in case there's anybody who wants to go, knows if a support worker is the same thing as a domiciliary care worker, or they are different. Or how do I put it? Can you just in one or two sentences tell us a bit of the differences between these two? Thank you.
so now, consultant, when it comes to recruitment agency, majority of agencies want to open kinds of care. We have domiciliary agency, we have care agencies, that's recruitment agency, normal recruitment agency. We also have care homes, which they do bank. They also have their permanent staff, but they have bank staff. So they also request for agency. So now this care worker visa, because you are coming from international, I would like you to focus on when they use the word living care. So domiciliary agency are agencies that actually provide more personal care, like you are personal assistant. Let me use that word, personal assistant, to either a family or a community. So they can give you like a community, like 5 or 7 streets. You will have clients in these 5 or 7 streets that you're going to cover. Either that's what you're going to cover for 6 months or 1 year or 1 week. So it depends on how you are contracted to do it. Some agency has this opportunity of you need to have driving license. So they can have their company car for you, or after 3-6 months you are in the UK, you need to have your own car. So now, as I said before, the skills you need there, that's what's most important. Some community care worker, when it comes to domiciliary agency or domiciliary care, you might have to walk between 1 or 2 miles community, yeah, or 3 miles. So it's always good to have driving license or to have confidence in getting a different bus and transport. In the UK, I think the UK, I've been in the UK for a while now, we have the best transport system to every community. Are we talking about tube, train, buses? Even now, Uber are also very championing to take you to that very particular place. But the skills you require to do domiciliary care is more important. If you look at the skills we listed here, the most important one for domiciliary is award in working in health and social care. having the knowledge of what is care organization, what is care workforce. That helps you to know agencies that when we talk about multidisciplinary team, remember there's a unit called MDT. So you need to know different agencies that you work with when you are doing loan work. So the care certificate, which is required for you to have full knowledge of all the 15 to 18 standard of health and social care. It also covers in mandatory training. So suicide prevention and eating disorder, these are also very important. In eating disorder, you might be able to know, you might not be working with people with mental health, but you might have knowledge of choking. You might have knowledge of medicine before food or after food. As measuring medicine now, you will need to understand the principles of safe medication when we talk about 5 rights. 5 rights in principles of safe medication. So you might write those ones down. So these are basic knowledge when we talk about Band 2 in health and social care. Safeguarding is the most important one, which is the bigger part of it. You need to understand safeguarding, dignity, respect people you are looking after, and privacy. Because you're in people's home, you don't want to be there using mobile phone. Yes, you can use your mobile phone to call your family if you are doing, I mentioned something like living care. So when we talk about domiciliary care, get your mind to focus on living care. That will actually pay you more, give you more chance to know your client more. It gives you a chance to plan your own future when it comes to development, when it comes to having your own private life as well. Because you are with patient at the same time, it's not just 24 hours. You are with that patient. You might have a time where you need a break. I don't know if I'm making sense. Is everyone still hearing me?
Yes, sir, we are here.
Okay.
Yes, we're here. Yes.
So now, something like this is what I will expect you to have full knowledge about. Did I answer your question?
Yes, you did. I was just trying to, make some clarification because I know that this is a topic of discussion most times when I'm engaging with people. So I thought someone may have that question without having to have asked. That's why I asked. Thank you, sir.
Fola, do you have question in regard to that?
Yes, I do.
Oh, thank you.
Please, will the Nigerian international driver's license suffice as driver's license over there?
UK, you can use your international driving license for 1 year. But as a carer, if you come in here, you have chances because we are trying to set up a community now that is more empowering. This stuff, when we talk about security, talk about citizenship, talk about environmental question where you ask what is happening in this community, where am I going to get the right car and all those ones, which care agency should I follow. So now you can use your license here for 1 year. So before that year, the moment you comes in, apply for provisional driving license. So if you have knowledge of driving and you have your car here, you are driving actually without having someone who is over 21 years old by your side because you have a full driving license. But after 1 year, that provisional driving license will allow you to continue driving, but you will need to have someone who is over 21 years old to be with you. And you will need to make sure you have had maybe about 20 to 30 lessons from the driving school. And I think before then, you must have got your full driving license. If you ask, how do you get your full driving license in the UK? The first stage is to get your provisional license. You need to do your theory. On your theory part, is 2 parts. You have theory and hazard perception. That's objective part and hazard perception. Hazard perception, where you see video going, those that play game. You can click on it and After that part, the other part is practical part of it. So you will need to do driving ability to show you are good at driving and safe driver. You don't have to be perfect, just to check your safe driving ability. That's what they want. The same driving, I think majority of people internationally drive more than people in the UK. It's just that UK drivers are good at following the rules and laws. So that controls you. The sign, you follow the sign, even if you don't know where you are going, you just follow the sign or your sat navigator, you know? So these are things you're going to learn within 6 months of being here. Citizenship, really. Does that make sense? Any other question?
Thank you.
So right now, I've shared 3 international care worker visa application with you. This does not stop you from contacting us for more support. So we're going to look around for more agencies. So we don't need to do this video again with you. We just want you to be able to educate your community and also have the right education. We can support you with that. I hope everyone is aware we have diploma in care practice. So that's also very good for those who want to upgrade their award in working in health and social care. That can help you to get into university in the UK and in Canada or every other country at the same time. So if you study award in working in health and social, you just need to cover some module on that, and you'll be qualified to do assessment and pass, get your certificate for diploma to upgrade that. Now, let me talk about the last episode of this program. Do we have any question before I talk about it?
No.
Hello?
No, we don't. There's no question, sir.
Okay, now, you might be a victim of this care worker visa, or you might be in the UK and you need help how to get out of it, or you are actually working in the UK, you have the right to work, you have challenges at workplace, maybe not enough hour, you are not living well, or you are facing bully, or your agency is threatening you. We can also support you. We need to just put you to the right direction, that you will be able to have the right team to support you under the health and social care and under the workforce. When we talk about hours, where you live, pay, when we talk about environments where you work, when we talk about grievances, some challenges you have at work, or what you don't like. You know, sometimes you don't want to work on Sunday, you don't want to work on Mondays, or agency collected your money and you came to UK, you are suffering. They are not able to tally up your hour, or you are facing pressure meeting the demand of agency. We can also support. So not just you doing your care worker visa, we are behind you for all this. Does it make sense? Anyone have question?
So I don't have a question for now. I don't know if Madam Fola has a question though.